Have a motion on the floor, as read by the Leader of the House, that we vary today's order paper in order to allow members to continue with budget debate. I now put the question. Those of that opinion.
Government business, item 4A, budget motion, as moved by the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization on 27th February 2026.
Yes, I see Honorable Member
Luntha Central.
Luntha Seat.
No, Luntha Central, right, Honorable Speaker.
Luntha?
Central constituency.
Luntha City Central. Or Luntha Central.
Luntha Central, right, Honorable Speaker.
Okay. Honorable
Baraka Ngwangwa.
Baraka Ngwangwa.
Yes.
And Nkatabe Central. In that order, Luntha Central.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and good morning. And Eid Mubarak, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise today on behalf of people of Luntha Central constituency with a deep sense of conviction and national duty to support the 2026-27 national budget that was presented before this Honorable House by Honorable Minister of Economic Planning and Decentralization, Right Honorable Joseph Mwachora Mwanamveka. Let me state from the onset, Right Honorable Speaker, that this budget is not merely a fiscal statement. It is a national recovery blueprint. It is the first full budget presented under the leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, a statesman whose steady hand and economic wisdom have once again begun steering Malawi away from the dangerous economic turbulence that characterized the recent past. Right Honorable Speaker, history will record that His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika returned in office in October 2025. He inherited an economy that was not merely struggling, it was teetering on the edge of systematic failure. The Honorable Minister himself reminded this House that at that time, economic growth had stagnated, inflation was painfully high, foreign exchange reserves had collapsed to less than 2 weeks of import cover, and fiscal deficit and public debt had reached unsustainable levels. These conditions did not rise by accident. They were the predictable consequences of economic mismanagement, policy confusion, and leadership failure under the previous administration. For 5 years, Malawians were subjected to economic experimentation, policy inconsistency, and a government that appeared permanently surprised by problems it had itself created. Right Honorable Speaker, the result was predictable: runaway inflation, shortages of foreign exchange, endless fuel queues, collapsing investor confidence, and unbearable cost of living pressures for ordinary citizens. But today we are witnessing a decisive change in direction. Under the leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, Malawi is once again embracing economic realism, fiscal discipline, and growth-oriented policy. It is a budget anchored on recovery and discipline. Right Honorable Speaker, the theme of this budget appropriately stated as driving economic recovery and sustainable growth through impactful reforms and fiscal consolidation. That phrase only captures the essence of responsible economic governance. The government has chosen the difficult path but necessary of restoring the macroeconomic stability, rather than the easy populism that nearly destroyed the economy. For instance, the government has committed itself to reducing the fiscal deficit from 11.9% to 9% of GDP, a clear signal that fiscal discipline has returned to the management of public finances. At the same time, the budget strengthens domestic revenue mobilization while eliminating wasteful expenditure. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is how serious governments behave. Mr. Speaker, sir, the macroeconomic projections contained in the budget show that Malawi is already turning the corner. Economic growth is projected to rise from 2.7% in 2025 to 3.8% in 2026 and 4.9% in 2027. Inflation, which had climbed to painful levels in recent years, is expected to decline to 15% by the end of 2026-27 financial year. These improvements are not theoretical. They are already visible in the stabilization of fuel supply, the easing commodity prices, and gradual restoration of economic confidence. Mr. Speaker, sir, leadership matters, and Malawi is once again benefiting from the steady, experienced, and disciplined leadership of Professor Arthur Pina Mutharika. Mr. Speaker, sir, what makes this budget particularly commendable is that it is not only economically responsible, it is also deeply people-centered. The Minister of Finance emphasized that the budget is people-centered, pro-poor, developmental, and transformative. And the evidence is very clear: free primary and secondary education. Mr. Speaker, this administration has introduced free primary education, and beginning January 2026, parents across the country are no longer paying tuition, development fees, or examination fees in public schools. Government has allocated 47.6 billion to sustain this historic reform. For thousands of families in Luntha Central, this policy is transformative. Parents who previously struggled to keep children in school can now focus their limited resources on improving household welfare. Education is no longer a privilege reserved for those who can afford it. It is once again becoming a national right. On the health sector, Mr. Speaker, sir, the budget allocates 1.02 trillion to the health sector, demonstrating government's commitment to improving health services. Among notable allocations are 108 billion for procurement of medicines, 20 billion to clear areas owned to the central medical stores, 3 billion for dialysis centers. Importantly, for my constituents, government will commence construction of Luntha District Hospital during the 2026-27 financial year. Mr. Speaker, sir, this development will significantly strengthen healthcare access for residents of Luntha and reduce pressure on Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital. The direct benefits for Luntha Central, Mr. Speaker, sir, the commercial heart of Malawi, stand to benefit significantly from this budget. First, the introduction of the reformed Constituency Development Fund, allocating 5 billion per constituency, will bring development resources closer to communities than ever before. For Luntha Central, this means upgrading community markets for small traders, construction of classrooms and sanitation facilities, youth entrepreneurship programs, improvements to local roads and drainage systems. This decentralization in action. It replaces development decisions where they belong, in the hands of communities themselves. Support for SMEs and urban enterprise. Mr. Speaker, sir, Luntha Central is a home to thousands of small and medium enterprises. This budget provides several measures that will directly benefit them. For instance, government has raised VAT registration threshold from 25 million to 50 million, easing compliance burdens for some businesses and traders. This reform allows small enterprises to operate and grow without excessive administrative costs. Additionally, investments in special economic zones and in industrial parks, including Chigumula Industrial Site in Luntha, will expand manufacturing opportunities and create jobs. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is exactly the type of policy environment that empowers entrepreneurs. Addressing forex challenges for traders. As a commercial hub, Luntha Central has been severely affected by foreign exchange shortages in recent years. The budget addresses this through deliberate policies aimed at boosting exports, promoting import substitution, and strengthening foreign exchange management. Government has also tightened monitoring of export proceeds and reduced repatriation period from 120 days to 90 days to improve liquidity in the foreign exchange market. These measures will gradually restore availability of forex for legitimate business activity. In investing in productive sectors, Mr. Speaker, sir, This budget also invests heavily in sectors capable of transforming the economy. Government has allocated 1.3 trillion to agriculture, tourism, mining, and manufacturing. These sectors are the engines that will drive exports, create employment, and stabilize the currency. Under the stewardship of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, Malawi is returning to a strategy-based production, productivity, and export growth, fiscal discipline, and responsible governance. Mr. Speaker, sir, the budget also introduces strict fiscal discipline measures, including reduction of fuel entitlements for government officials, suspension of procurement of new vehicles, mandatory use of electronic procurement systems, restriction on foreign travel. These measures demonstrate that government is serious about protecting taxpayers' money. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, this budget represents something that Malawi has desperately needed in recent years: serious economic leadership. It restores fiscal discipline, it invests in productive sectors, it protects the vulnerable, it decentralizes development to communities, and above all, it reflects the economic vision and steady leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, whose experience and commitment to sound economic management continue to guide this nation towards stability and prosperity. On behalf of the hard-working people of Luntha Central Constituency, I therefore fully support this budget and urge this Honourable House to adopt it. Mr. Speaker, sir, I submit. Thank you very much.
You were just on time. Thank you so much, Luntha Central. We now go to Baraka Gwangwa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You have 10 minutes.
I will do less than that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving the opportunity to people of Baraka Gwangwa to add their voice also on this budget. Mr. Speaker, on 6 November, I stood in this House in which I gave my maiden speech where I outlined some of the challenges that we are facing in Baraka. Mr. Speaker, a lot has already been said by my colleagues in this House, but I want to focus on what is there in this budget for Baraka District. It is because of this, Mr. Speaker, that I want to start by thanking the government for ensuring that projects continue to be implemented under the EQUALS project, which is under the Ministry of Education. Mr. Speaker, Baraka Secondary School is one of the secondary schools that have benefited from EQUALS project. I also know, Mr. Speaker, that Torres is also one of the projects, or one of the secondary schools that have benefited from the EQUALS projects. And I know that as government continue to add more resources, along with secondary school and others are also going to benefit from this project. Mr. Speaker, we also appreciate as Baraka Gwangwa that government has also considered to continue providing resources for the Sipe Liwonde project, which passes through my constituency, Baraka Boma. Mr. Speaker, not only that, but also there is rehabilitation of Baraka District Hospital, and we thank the government. As we thank government, Mr. Speaker, I would like also to share with you something which is very important for us people of Baraka Gwangwa. In 2022, we had a road which is called Baraka Loop Road. And this Baraka Loop Road, it was a tarmac road. It wasn't really in the bad situation, bad condition. But by then, the government decided to damage the road so that they construct a new road. In that 2022, we were assured that the resources are available to construct the Baraka Loop Road. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Baraka Loop Road is the road that starts from Barak Eskom, going through NBS Bank, through the post office, it goes to police, and then Sana, and then Ngwangwa filling station. This road was destroyed. That 2022, a part of it was constructed. As people of Baraka Gwangwa, we started pushing for the completion of this road. In that 2022, nothing happened. No drainages. 2023, we spoke about it. We went to Lord's Authority to ask for the completion of this road. We were told by then that the funds were not there in the budget, but there were some funds somewhere to complete the road. That 2023, the funds from somewhere never came out. The road remained the same. We went 2024, Baraka Loop Road was not in the budget again, and we were told, don't worry, there are funds somewhere, it will be completed. 2024 went. 2025 came, it was the same. Don't worry, it's not in the budget, but funds are somewhere. The road will be completed. Mr. Speaker, as I stand here, I represent people of Baraka Ngwangwa, and I want to deliver this message that even in this budget, the Baraka Loop Road is not there. We have gone to Lord's Authority. We have spoken with authorities. The Baraka Loop Road is not there. What is surprising us most, Mr. Speaker, is that the Baraka Loop Road started at the time when the Loop Road started. And the Loop Road has been in the budget, even including in this budget. But for us, when we ask, we are being told there are funds somewhere. Mr. Speaker, we don't know where, when the Baraka Loop Road will be completed. To us as people of Baraka Bomba precisely, the Baraka Loop Road is our priority. We would like to ask my government, our government, to make sure to help us wherever there might be resources. Although it has not been mentioned in this budget, but we want to make it very, very clear that we want the Baraka Loop Road to be completed. We have tried all what we could do as people of Baraka Boma to make sure that the Baraka Loop Road is completed. Mr. Speaker, sir, we know that not everything can be in the budget. We know that when the resources will be available, we will be considered for the load. That starts from Baraka Boma to Chiripa via Mbera via Kachenga. Most of the businesses from Baraka, they use that road. They go to Chiripa to do their businesses. That road via Mbera via Kachenga is important road for the people of Baraka Ngwangwa. Mr. Speaker, we know that not everything can be included in this budget, but we are hoping that one day the road to Shire will be considered. The road to via Utare will be considered. Because most of the people from Baraka Boma, they go and do vendoring in that area. We ask Mr. Speaker that although we appreciate the fact that there has been a consideration in this budget for Baraka District Hospital, we ask for a new Baraka Hospital. I want to make this point very clear, Mr. Speaker, that the Baraka District Hospital that you see now was not for the Boma. It was not for the government. It used to be Roman Catholic property. And that hospital still remains the property of Roman Catholic. It was just a donation because it used to be a leprosy. So we identified land in Baraka to construct the new hospital. And we hope in the future it will never be just rehabilitation, but it will be the construction of the road, of the Baraka District Hospital. Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, the Kangankundi mining, the biggest one is in Baraka. As you are aware, we have Portland cement at the Ngonga Hills in Baraka. Baraka is not supposed to be a poor district. Baraka is supposed to be one of the richest districts in Malawi. Mr. Speaker, we are happy that also irrigation has been considered for Baraka. And I want to say this, as we move forward, we want to ask the Ministry of Agriculture to consider revamping the corn industry in Baraka. Mr. Speaker, with these few remarks, we support the budget, and I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Baraka Ngwangwa. Indeed, that ring road needs to be done. I am sure the Minister of Transport is taking notes. Nkarabe Central, Wadada.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for recognizing Nkatabe Central to make a contribution to the discussion on the floor. Mr. Speaker, sir, first, I would like to thank His Excellency, the State President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for appointing the new Minister, Honorable Namveka, to the position of being Minister of Finance. I am saying this, Mr. Speaker, sir, because whatever was articulated by the presidential policy has been reflected in the budget. The budget, Mr. Speaker, sir, has contained 5 billion per constituency for each and every MP, regardless of which side of the divide you are sitting on. So I would like to say to Mr. President, bravo to APM, because using the 5 billion constituency development fund, we in Nkatabe Central, we have planned to construct a new tarmac road around the entire Nkatabe town center to make the town center where a new face. As you know, Mr. Speaker, sir, that Nkatabe is a tourist area where attract a lot of foreigners coming to the district. So we want the district, especially the town center, to wear a new face. Hence the plan for a new tarmac road around the entire town center. Using the 5 billion, we also have planned to construct a tarmac road in the Nkatabe, this hospital center inside, because as I reported earlier, the contractor that was contracted to construct the new hospital left the work halfway before finishing. So we intend to put tarmac in the inside the hospital and to construct a new road from the hospital, Nkatabe, this hospital, all the way to Total Clinic. We are also constructing a clinic at the Total Chisangawe area using the same 5 billion, and again to construct another clinic at Bwerero Dindano, the area of T.A. Mundola. Using the 5 billion, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have also planned to electrify 16 villages, buying 16 transformers in the constituency, areas like Ngafu, Chilambwe, Toto, Sanji, and others, Malemba, Kapingama, 16 villages, using the 5 billion. Using the 5 billion, Mr. Speaker, sir, we intend to construct a stadium at Nkatabe Town Center, Maganga. Using the 5 billion, we intend to rehabilitate the Nkatabe port. Mr. Transport Minister, sir, Leader of the House, we reported to you that the port at Nkatabe Boma has severely been damaged by heavy wind and heavy rainfall. So please consider rehabilitating the main Nkatabe port. As you are looking at Likoma port, the same should also apply to Nkatabe port and indeed Chipoka. Mr. Speaker, sir, using the 5 billion, we intend to renovate and construct classroom blocks and teacher houses at Sanje, Musenjewe, and all the areas. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, with the 5 billion, we can plan to do many things in the constituency. And Mr. Speaker, sir, what is pleasing is the fact that 5 billion is annually. So we have 5 billion, 2026, 27. Another 5 billion will come again next year. Another 5 billion will come again the other year. Another 5 billion will come again 2028. So people in the constituency are looking forward to tremendous development from Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika using the 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, sir, because of the CDA 5 billion, I am not here to ask for a school block or a teacher house or a bridge from the government. I can do those things myself using the 5 billion. So, Mr. Speaker, it has made the work of us MPs very easy and very simple, because now we have money to do the projects by our own selves. So there's no reason to be standing here and beg a school block or a teacher house or a malata from a minister. We have the 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have also planned to buy our own ambulance, a new Prado from Toyota Malawi, using the 5 billion. We are buying our own ambulance. So I am not here to ask for an ambulance from government. We will buy it ourselves using the 5 billion. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, because of the 5 billion, I can only conclude by saying, Professor Arthur Peter Mtarika, bravo, Zikomo, thank you, and thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Point of order. Point of order. Point of order.
Thank you, Nkatabe Central, Mr. 5 billion. Yes, Nkatabe Jinteche, what's going out of order?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving Jinteche a point of order. Mr. Speaker, sir, I was worried when my neighbor was dishing out the 5 billion. I thought that he was going to touch on our 5 billion as well. But he clarified that, he's talking about the other 5 billions to come. Mr. Speaker, don't be surprised. He's a very generous man. That's why he's called Vua. Vua is not his real name. It came about because of his generosity. So don't be surprised when he's standing there dishing out the 5 billion. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Nkatabe Jinteche. Honorable Lilongwe Msozi, is it Msozi? Mloza. Were you standing on a point of order?
Yes. Mr. Speaker.
You have the floor.
I wanted to find out, is it in order for honorable member of Nkatabe Central to say that members of parliament will use 5 billion on such particular projects when the guidelines are not even here? We don't know whether the MP is involved or not. This is a house of record. We have to be serious on these matters. Otherwise, people in our constituencies will be attacking us thinking that we are taking part in 5 billion when it is not clear. Please, Mr. Speaker.
Lilongwe Mloza, I think you should understand that the 5 billion that Nkatabe Central is talking about is not for the MP, but it's for the constituency. And managing it, we as MPs have been assured that will be part of the management. So let's, as the Minister of Local Government assured us, we are MPs, we represent the people, and some way, somehow, we'll be part of this 5 billion to manage. But the 5 billion is for the constituency, to develop the constituency, not for the particular MP. So whether you manage it or you don't manage it, but it is still coming to your constituency. We just have to work hard so that we are part of it and be together in this development. Be part of these 5 billions. We will be part of them. I'm very sure about that. Honourable members, let's continue with our debate. I see Lilongwe Ngwenya. Lilongwe Site Ngwenya. Honorable, your constituency?
Luntha City.
Cholo. Mangunda. Let me finish with Cholo first, and Cholo Tegeran.
Mr. Speaker, sir, firstly, I would like to thank you for according me this opportunity to contribute to the debate. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have before us a budget of close to 8.5 trillion kwacha, with a deficit of 2 trillion kwacha. Let me start by outlining the asks of the people of Lilongwe City Ngwenya. The people of Lilongwe City Ngwenya are looking for 2 secondary schools, a health center, 2 markets, 2 early learning centers, an ADMAC depot, good concrete bridges, good bitumized and all gravel roads, teachers' houses, police houses, electricity connected to their homes, piped water, loans for youth and loans for women. Mr. Speaker, sir, the above is our shopping list for the CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, the discourse in this House seems to imply that all this is coming from going to come from the 5 billion kwacha. And we're excited about the 5 billion kwacha CDF. But we're also anxious, Mr. Speaker, sir, as we sit here. Like has been pointed out by my colleagues, we do not know how this CDF of 5 billion kwacha will be rolled out. We're anxious, Mr. Speaker, sir, because today is the 21st of March. And this CDF must start rolling out from the 1st of April, a week from now. We are not sure how the Honorable Minister will present the guidelines to the House, whether they will be up for debate or whether he will bring the guidelines as a matter of information. So we're anxious. We're anxious, Mr. Speaker, sir, because last year, CDF was 220 million kwacha. This year is a substantial leap of 5 billion. But the small 220 million kwacha has not been dispersed to the communities, to the constituencies. There's quite a lot of money still to be dispersed from the 220 million kwacha. And so we're anxious whether the 5 billion kwacha will come or whether it will be absorbed if we delay its implementation. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are anxious because of the capacity in our council.
Luntha Vision stands as an autonomous faith-based broadcaster with a national and international reach. Experience the difference with Luntha Vision, where innovation meets experience. Auto-educated team backed by cutting-edge technology, ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kliye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883-815-055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
For any complaints about our broadcasting, any feedback, please write Luntha TV via the email and the telephone number below, or write Malawi Communication Regulatory Authority MACRA via the email below.
What's your name? Gary, huh? It's my game.
We put everything into this.
Those that can do it and succeed,
how to fix it.
This city has been
just a cookbook. It's part of
being hit here
with the latest global news and insightful documentary.
Transition.
Understanding.
But if you ask them know me. I know they blow trees, only know me.